Welcome, this is 5.1 rate of change and slope. Hope you're having a great day. This is standard FIF4. We're going to look at key features in modeling. So we look at our rate of change given a graph. So let's look at our rate of change and slope and how it's given. So usually it's a slope is your rise or run, right? Change in Y, which is over change in X, right? And your rise is like your up and down, right? So either up or down. Your run is right or left, right? So rise, up and down, run, right and left. So when you look at your graph, you want to find 2 points on your graph. So choose 2 points on the graph that give you whole numbers, and this makes it easier to calculate, right? So it gives you whole numbers here. So like this one starts at 0, 0. That's the easiest one. And you go to get a whole number. Right there is 1, right there is another one, right there is another one. So you can tell your rise over run, right? Rise is up and down. So this one goes up 10, right? So this is plus 10. And then this one is a run, or right and left, is 5, right? Plus 5. So rise over run would give you that 10 over 5, or 2, right? 2 meters per second. Okay, so let's go down to our example here. Okay, so how fast is this going right here? So green line, red line. Again, we're going to look at points. So for our green line, let's look at this point right here, and then we're going to follow along until we hit a corner, right? So we get a whole number right there. Perfect. We're going to use this one. Then we look at how far did they go up, right? Which is our rise. So we look at where here they went up to 20, right? From 0 to 20, so that's plus 20. So our rise over run, right, our slope or our rate of change is given by rise over run. Our rise is up and down, right? So it went up 20. And then our run, which is right and left, goes right there, which is 1, right? From 0 to 1. So that's 1. So it's plus 1, right? So our went up 20, right? 1. So our slope is just up 20 is positive 20. Right 1 is positive 1. So 20 over 1 is 20. Right, so this one's green line is 20 kilometers per hour. Our red line, same thing. So we can start at 0, 0. Here again, we follow, and then we got until right here. That's the point. So we can use that one. So again, we use our rise over run. Right, so this one goes up 10 plus 10, and run same, which is 1 plus 1. Right, so for our rise over run, for the red one, going to be up 10, right 1. So we can tell up 10 plus 10, right is a positive plus 1. 10 over 1, 10. So 10 kilometers per hour. Okay, so given a graph, we should be able to find what is the slope and what is the y-intercept. Okay, so the y-intercept is always given in the form 0 comma b, where b is the height that the line crosses the y-axis. So we want 0 comma something for a y-intercept. Okay, so our slope and our y-intercept. So let's look at our y-intercept first. Okay, so start at our y-intercept, where it crosses the y-axis, right? So this is your y-axis, and we look, it intersects our y-axis right here. And what number is that, right? So it's 6, 7, 8, 9. So this ordered pair is at 0 for the x, right? Because x-axis is 0, 9. So 0, 9. So that's our y-intercept. 0, 9 is always going to be 0, comma, some number, right? And 9 is our height, right? So it's height of 9, right? So it's a height of 9 that crosses the y-axis at 9. And then to find our slope, we use rise over run. Run. So m equals rise over run, right? So we use our slope. Remember, we follow until we hit a corner. So here's our starting point. We always start at the y-intercept. We go down till we hit a corner right there. So we're going to use this point. And we're going to use what is our rise over run, right? So it went down. How many spaces, right? So we have 1, 2, 3. So it went down 3. So this is negative 3. Right, so our rise is down 3. Our run is the same color. So down 3. And then our run is right and left, right? So I went right 2 spots, so plus 2. So this is right 2. So down 3, down is negative, right? So negative 3 over right, which is positive 2. So that's it right there. So our slope is negative 3 over 2. Because we went down 3, right 2. And that's our slope and y-intercept. Okay, number 3. Same thing. We always start at our y-intercept on our graph, right? Here's our y-axis, crosses right there. So make a point, and we look, what is that height? Right, so that's at 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So it's at 1. So this ordered pair is 0, comma 1. That's our y-intercept, 0, comma 1. Actually, put parentheses because it's an ordered pair. And then we go to a point to find a slope, right? We just follow till we hit a corner, boom, right there. So make a point right there. And we look at what is our rise of our run. So you went up 2 spots. So this is plus 2. Right, so went up 2. And then run 1. Right, so that's plus 1 to the right. So right 1. So up 2 is 2, positive 2, right 1, positive 1, it's 2. So our slope is 2. That's it, up 2, right 1. And 2 divided by 1 is 2. All right, that's it. So number 4, same idea, right? We start at the y-intercept again. Where's our y-axis? Right there. We start here. We look, what number is that? Right, you went 0. So when we go down, it's negative 1. So this is negative 1. So our order pair is 0, negative 1, because the height is negative 1. So that's our y-intercept, our starting point. And then we look at our rise over run. We look for another point. So let's go all the way right there. Right, so that's a corner. So we have to go until we hit a corner. It has to be perfectly on the corner. Right there. And we figure out how far there we go. Right, so we went down now. So down, which is 2 spots, negative 2. Right, so down 2. And then we go right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so right 5, which is positive 5. So right 5. And then down 2 is negative, so negative 2. Right 5 is positive, so positive. So that's our answer. Negative 2/5 is our slope. So negative 2/5. And that will be our slope. Okay, and we also can tell from our graph if their slope is positive or negative just by what direction is the right side. Right? So this side, we look at on the right side, it's going up. Right? So if our graph is going up here to the right, this is positive slope. This side, right, the right side is going down. So if the right side is going down, this is automatically going to be negative slope. So you can tell just by looking at the right side what your slope is, your positive or negative. So positive slope right up to the right, positive 2. This one's down to the right, so negative slope should be a negative. This one's negative 2/5.